Dean here, people, and welcome to another video. CES 2025 is in full swing, and while everyone's busy ogling sleek laptops, futuristic cars, and foldable gadgets, I stumbled upon two Android phones that are nothing short of ridiculous. And I mean that in the best way possible. Enter Oukitel, a company that seems to have asked, why make a normal phone when we can make something absolutely wild? Their booth had me questioning everything I thought I knew about smartphones. Let's dive into the madness. A smartphone with a built-in smartwatch. Yes, really. The first phone that caught my attention was the Oukitel WP200 Pro. On the surface, it seems like your standard mid-range Android device. A 6.7-inch AMOLED display, a MediaTek Dimensity 8200 chipset, and a 108-megapixel primary camera. Nothing to write home about, right? But flip this bad boy over, and that's where the magic or absurdity happens. The WP200 Pro has a detachable rear display that doubles as a smartwatch. Yes, you read that correctly. It's a phone and a wearable, all in one device. The idea is as wild as it sounds. You press a button and the rear display pops out. From there, you can slot it into a wristband to wear it as a watch. But wait, there's more. Feeling extra James Bond? Pop that screen in your ear and it transforms into a Bluetooth earpiece. I kid you not. It's part smartwatch, part earpiece, part conversation starter. The rear screen is a fully functional touchscreen with its own software. It can track your steps, monitor your sleep, display notifications, and even run apps. Sure, it's not going to dethrone the Apple Watch or Galaxy Watch anytime soon, but it's just quirky enough to be charming. It's also the kind of gadget you show off at parties to make everyone go, wait, what is that? The biggest battery ever stuffed into a smartphone. Next up, we have the Oukitel WP100 Titan, which redefines the word overkill. What sets this phone apart? Oh, just a 33,000 mAh battery. That's not a typo. To put that into perspective, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra has a 5,000 mAh battery, and even that feels like a lot. With a battery this gigantic, Oukitel claims the Titan can last 6 months on standby. Imagine charging your phone once and forgetting about it for weeks. Naturally, a battery this big turns the Titan into a literal brick. It's heavy, really heavy. Holding it feels more like gripping a power bank than a smartphone. To make it manageable, Oukitel added a hand strap to the side. Yep, the same kind of strap you'd find on a rugged camera or a hardcore hiking flashlight. And honestly, you'll need it because this phone is not fitting into your skinny jeans. Camping light and projector? Sure, why not? The Titan doesn't stop at its absurd battery life. Flip it over and you'll find a camping light on the back. This isn't some dinky flashlight either. The light can hit up to 1,200 lumens, which is bright enough to illuminate a pitch black campsite, or blind yourself if you accidentally turn it on while staring directly at it. Ask me how I know. It even has an SOS mode that flashes a distress signal, just in case you find yourself stranded in the wilderness. And then there's the built-in projector, because why not? It's located at the top of the phone and can project images with a 120 Hz refresh rate at up to 100 lumens. Sure, it's not going to replace your fancy home theater setup, but for a projector you can carry in your pocket if you have very large pockets, it's surprisingly decent. Watching a movie projected from your phone while camping? Now that's living. Do we need these phones? Absolutely not, but I'm glad they exist. Let's be real, neither of these phones is something the average person would use as their daily driver. The WP200 Pro's detachable smartwatch is fun, but most people are probably fine using a regular smartwatch or Bluetooth earbuds. And the WP100 Titan? Unless you're an extreme camper, prepper, or someone who just hates charging their phone, it's probably a bit much. But that's what makes these phones so special. In a world where most smartphones are starting to look and feel the same, Oukitel is out here doing something completely different. They're not afraid to experiment, to push boundaries, and to ask the question, what if a phone could also be your flashlight, projector, and survival kit? It's ridiculous, but it's also refreshing. Why ridiculous phones are important? As someone who's seen countless phones over the years, it's easy to get jaded. Every year it's another round of iterative updates. Slightly better cameras, slightly faster processors, slightly bigger batteries. And while that's great for people who just want a reliable device, it's not exactly exciting. Phones like the WP200 Pro and WP100 Titan remind us that tech can still surprise us. They're not trying to be the next iPhone or Galaxy S. They're carving out their own weird little niche, and I respect that. Would I buy them? Probably not, but if you're someone who loves quirky gadgets, who wants a phone that stands out, or who just hates the idea of charging your device every night, these might be worth a look. The WP200 Pro is perfect for anyone who loves multifunctionality, while the WP100 Titan is practically begging to be taken on an adventure. Final thoughts. CES is all about discovery, and finding these two phones was a highlight of the show for me. They're not the most practical devices, but they're the kind of tech that makes you smile, that makes you think, wow, someone really made this. And honestly, isn't that what CES is all about? So what do you think? Are these phones genius or just plain crazy? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this dive into the weird and wonderful world of CES, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more tech goodness. Until next time, keep it ridiculous.